Hello, 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 hello. I hope you're doing well. I don't know where you are. Is it in the afternoon? Is it in the evening? I hope you are fine.
I don't know where you
Just waiting to see who's online, so I can say a quick hello. Well, I'll just get straight into my video. Want to say um, I want to welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. In today's video, it's just a really quick video to let you know about the visa waiting time. So there was an update that came from the government. I think it was on the 10th. Let me just have a check on this website. It was on the 12th of March, so not long ago, when this update came about. So today, what made me want to come live was today I was just going about my day-to-day business, and a few people, I checked my email, and a few people had emailed me panicking. And I thought, why is everybody panicking? And the panic was around, um, is there, why are visas being suspended? But I just thought I'd jump on this call. Hi Lisa, thank you for joining. Hi Tafadzwa, thank you for joining. This is really a quick call. So I thought to jump on and just explain what the suspension is all about. The word suspension can just be it can be scary, but I'm just here to let you know that you do not need to worry. There's no need for you to be concerned because the visa waiting times are mainly affected by what's happening in Ukraine. There's a war in Ukraine, as we all know. So the Europe and the rest of the world are trying to help people from Ukraine. So in the UK, on the 12th of March, a decision was made that the UK was going to help and prioritize people coming from Ukraine. And you can imagine these people have nowhere to live. They have no homes. So it makes a lot of sense for them to prioritize those people because they need food, they need somewhere to stay. And you know, as we've been watching in the news, there's been a lot of horrible stories that are happening to Ukrainians. So this video is just to let everybody know that you do not need to worry. There's the messages that you've seen. It's not really to make you to stress you or to worry you. So I'm just going to go through. I'm on the government website. I'm going to put this in the description box. I've put it already. Hopefully you can see it. I want you to get used to checking this website. So this section is all about the latest guidance, the latest updates and guidance. So get used to this and get used to checking information for yourself. It's absolutely free. The government are not going to suspend all the skilled worker visas for students or for family or for dependents without going through the proper channel and announcing it properly. So do not be scared. Just want to give a quick shout out to Fiona Babatundi. Thank you for joining me. It's good to see you. So basically, this is the government website, and all they've put on here is UKVI is prioritizing Ukraine family scheme applications in response to the humanitarian crisis caused by the war, basically. So what this message is saying, priority and super priority visa services have been temporarily suspended for new study, work, and family visa applications. So I know most of you are looking to come to the UK to work. This message does not say we've suspended all those visas. It's just saying priority So I'll just go through what priority is. It's basically fast track. If you want to get a decision faster on your application, there's going to be a delay. That's what the message is saying. So ignore all the noise, ignore everything else that you've had from other people or from newspapers. There's really, really no cause for concern. The other thing that I wanted to say, so usually the standard visa takes about 6 weeks. This information is available free of charge for anyone, and they are apologizing that they've taken the fast track option away at the moment because of what's going on. So basically, a fast track option, it's where you get to pay. So priority service, it's what they call them, but I'm using the word fast track so that it's simple for everyone to understand. So the priority service usually takes about 5 working days. And then if you want the super priority service, you'll get a decision by the end of the next working day. So this is the service that the UKVI provides, and it's currently suspended. That's really it. There's nothing else. There's no cause of concern. And I thought I'll just come here and explain that. I hope that's nice and straightforward for everybody. Does anyone have any questions for me before I jump off? I also wanted to just go through other questions that I've received today from different people. So the first question that I got today was, given the option, would I do a living job, or would I work in a care home or in a hospital? So this was a personal sort of answer, and it's something that I would say given the choice. So my answer would be, it depends. My answer is not going to be your answer. It depends if you've got a family. If you've got a family, a living job is not going to work for you because you're living in someone's house and you're there to support that person. So usually you don't take your kids, your husband, or your wife. It's just the expectation is just for you to attend and to go to work. So what's the advantage of being in a living job? Living job, you get paid a lot more than someone who's working and going back home. The other benefit is you don't have to pay bills. Your bills would be limited. You don't have to pay for house costs. But then again, you're not going to be in a living job like for the rest of the year, for the rest of your life. You're going to have times where you need to take time off. And in that time, you need to sort out your accommodation. You need to think about where will you spend that week or 2 weeks when you've got it off. So that's something for you to think about. Other people, what they tend to do is they'll just get a property, a shared accommodation. They'll pay for it whilst they're working. And then when they need to take time off, they've got somewhere to call home, which is really good, which is something that we all need, somewhere that you call home and you can just go there and relax. The other thing that I would say is, if you've got any ideas, I can see some people who are nurses, I can see some carers. If I'm missing something out, let's help everybody. So do say what you think as well. So that's my take on living job. Just want to give a shout out to Juicer TV, more blessing. Thank you for joining. It means a lot. Thank you so much. So I've talked about living, that it's not, to me, it's not rent-free sort of life, but some people will go and have a living job, and then when they have that week off or 2 weeks off, they spend that with friends and family. But do you really want to be in someone's house for a week or 2 weeks? Again, I'll leave that for you to answer. So the second option is working in a care home. A care home would be really good. You go to work, maybe 12 hours shift. You come back home, you play the music that you love, you cook the food that you love. You're in your own space, you're in your own home. You can do whatever you want with no restrictions. And if you've got a family as well, when you come back home, that's time for you to spend it with your family. Whereas if you do a living job, that's a different ball game altogether. And I guess that's the same answer as when you work in a hospital. So working in a hospital will allow you to go, to allow you to work and then come back home and spend it with your family. Again, you will have to pay for your rent, your bills, and everything else that comes with renting or owning a property. So that's my answer for you. Right. Another question that I'm going to go through really quickly is, right. So this is a question that I really didn't want to answer. Like, I really, really didn't want to answer it, but I have to be honest. So the question is, if I come to the UK and I'm with one employer, am I locked with that employer? What if I get there and I really, really don't like it? So my answer from an employer perspective is it's not a nice thing for an employer to go through all the paperwork, all the hard work to bring you to the UK. And then after 1 month or 2 months, you decide to leave and you go somewhere else. It's really, really heartbreaking considering the effort that an employer would have put in. So you coming and then after 1 week, maybe I don't know, you're leaving down south and then you're like, oh, I want to go up north because I have got friends and family. I would advise you to, think about those things before you move. If you want to live with closer to your family, look for a job closer to your family or friends, because it's really, really frustrating for employers when you decide to leave or change your job. So I guess the answer is if you are really unhappy and you don't like what you're doing and you want to change what you do, there's no visa restrictions on that. You can move from one job to another. The only condition is that you need to make sure that where you're going, the person has a sponsor license. So you do have that room to shift if you're really, really unhappy. But it's not a nice thing to do, to leave the employers hanging. So that's my answer. I really didn't want to let people know that you do have the option of moving from one employer to another, because I know what it feels like for employers. But the honest truth is, if you're really unhappy, you can move and your visa allows you to do that. I guess I've answered that question. Right, I'm just going to go through and see if I have more questions. Any more questions? Okay, another question was around, if I'm coming as a skilled worker, do I have to pay for NHS? So generally, if you're coming into the UK, you have to pay for everything. You can't go on benefits, you can't get tax credit, you can't get like free NHS treatments. You have to pay for treatments. So if you're coming on a skilled worker visa, you have to pay something around like £600 a year. However, if you're coming as a healthcare assistant or as a nurse, you're exempt from that. So you will be able to get treatment really in NHS at free of charge, because you're coming to help in an area that's in demand. And yeah, I just thought I'll let everybody know that in NHS, you do not have to pay if you're working as a nurse or a healthcare assistant. I think it's everyone in the health field, but I'll have this confirmed for you. So I think I've spoken for quite some time now. Do you have any more questions that you'd like me to answer before I go? Is there any more questions that I can take from anyone? before I go. The reason for this call really was just to notify you not to be scared, not to be worried about the news that you've been watching, that you've been hearing. Um, I was just going about my normal day today and I checked my messages. I had over 20 messages. People were panicking, saying, oh no, the UK has suspended our visas. We can't come into the UK anymore. That's not true. The only thing that's been suspended is the fast track option. So, we're looking at about 6 weeks of processing time. That's what the website says. It's about 6 weeks processing time, which is generally the norm that we're used to. So I can see a message from Emmanuel. He says, I've been given a date for biometric in the UK embassy from Nigeria. Can I still go? Yes, Emmanuel, that's what I'm talking about at the moment, that yes, you can still go. So I'm on the UK government website at the moment. And what they're saying is the fast track option has been suspended. So it depends if what you were going to go for was a fast track option. And it says on here, you'll be contacted by the visa application center when your passport is ready for collection. Do not attend the visa application center until you've been invited to do so. So in your case, you have been given a date, you have been invited. So please do go. I'd rather you go than not go and miss your appointment. I don't know if this was an appointment for a priority or a super priority visa service. I don't know. Please let me know. Even if it was, I would say you have an invitation, you've got a date, so please go. Okay, I'm looking at a message from Fiona. It says, what about family? Will you need to pay for their health? That's a really good question. I haven't looked at it in that detail just yet. So I have a lawyer who's coming next week, Thursday. He's an immigration lawyer and he's been in the industry for quite a while now. So he's well invested in this area. So I'm going to note that question and I'm going to ask him about it. But I'm assuming not, because the family sit under a dependent visa. They're not on a skilled worker visa and they're not working in health. So my assumption is they're not, but I'm going to have that confirmed for you. Thank you for asking that. I can see a message from Tinashe. It says, what documentation do I need to have for me to start applying for a healthcare assistant job? Right, I've got videos on this, Tinashe, but since you've asked the question and I'm live and I'm more than happy to answer you. So what you need in order for you to get a visa is you need to have your TB test done. I'm assuming you're coming from Zimbabwe or because of your name, depending on where you're coming from, but generally most of the African, Asian countries are required to have a TB test. So TB test done, you need to have a TB test done, you need to have your proof of English. So I've got videos on this, so please do check those videos out. Proof of English, so you can either take an IELTS exam or PSI exam or Pearson exam or skills for English exam. So there are 4 of them. So you can take any of those to prove that you can speak and write and read and listen to English. So you need to have those 2 done. You also need police clearance. So those are the 3 things that you need to get a visa. So you also need a certificate of sponsorship. So certificate of sponsorship comes from an employer. So you need to find an employer, someone who can employ you. So I would say things that employers are looking for at the moment is if you have any qualifications that are done in the UK, that's a big tick. I can share those. I can share those with you. Maybe after this, I'll just put it in the comment section. The sort of trainings that you can do, online training. Some of them are free, some of them you pay a fee. So that's going to make you look attractive. The other thing that you could do is drive. A lot of employers are looking for drivers. That's going to put you a step ahead of other people. If you don't have experience, and I'm assuming you're in Zimbabwe, correct me if I'm wrong, if you are in Zimbabwe, I would encourage you, if you don't have any experience, get experience from hospitals, from care homes, um, just any experience you can get, or even working with children, because some of the care positions are in children. So working with really young kids or volunteering in a school is going to put your foot ahead of everybody else. So doing things like Red Cross, St. John's, ambulance training and courses will really help you in terms of experience. So I hope I've answered you. If I missed anything out, do let me know, and I'm more than happy to answer that question. I'm just going to take a question from Lucy. It says, "Can I apply for a healthcare job before I do my English test?" Yes, you can. Nothing really stops you. What I can see at the moment is employers are employers are looking for people with everything. It's beneficial to have everything, but there might be a delay before the employer comes to speak to you or responds to your email. And in that time frame, use it to get your English test. If you've got a date of when your English is when you're taking that English test, I would advise you that you let the employer know that I will be doing my English test. So the English test, I've seen a lot of people put this on their CV. That's not relevant. You don't need to put that in your CV. You don't need to even produce it for an employer unless they request for it. Usually when they do request for it, they're thinking ahead, because English test is a requirement for a visa. So they're thinking ahead that if we employ you, you're going to need a visa. Do you have English test? So definitely do apply for jobs. And even if you don't get it, my advice is it's beneficial to start going through the application process, getting feedback. Even if you have an interview and you don't go through, you take some learnings from that. I hope I've answered your question. So I'm just going to read a question from Jennifer. "I applied for a healthcare job you suggested on your yesterday video. I was in the UK and have worked with some care homes in Scotland, but correctly in Nigeria. I hope to hear from them." Absolutely. The job that I did post, I think it was on Monday, they do need people with experience. And the fact that you've got experience from Scotland, that's going to make you shine and put you ahead of other people. But I've not spoken to them since Monday. I think they are being bombarded with emails. So I don't know if it depends when you sent your CV, because I'm assuming they're overwhelmed with the number of CVs that have come through. They're looking for around 24 employees. So I'm sure they'll look at as much as they can. Vivian says, "As for me, I've done all the requirements for visa application. Can I go on applying? Sorry, I might have missed some information. I drive, IELTS to test results and all." So I think what I'm understanding from this is, Vivian, you basically have all the documents that you need to get a visa. You're asking if you can apply. Is this apply for jobs or apply for a visa? I'm assuming it's for jobs, because before you can apply for visa. You need a certificate of sponsorship, and that comes from an employer. Yes, my answer is yes, yes, yes. You drive, you've got IELTS, and you've got everything. Definitely, you are one of the people that are most likely going to get it. So Nike says, please do you need to get some do you need to get those documentation done before the visa, or you need to get the visa first before documentation? So also for driving license, for we in Nigeria, is it just driving license or international driving license? All right, okay. I can see Vivian has said jobs. Definitely apply. You want to apply and get a job before your TB test expires. So 100% apply, 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 and you've got nothing to wait for. So going back to Nike's question, you need the documents to get a visa. So you need four things to get a visa. You need certificate of sponsorship, you need your IELTS, you need your not IELTS. You can take IELTS or any other English. I've got videos on each of these things that you can watch to give you more information. So I'm just going to go through. Certificate of sponsorship is a document you need to apply for a visa. It comes from an employer. You need your TB test, you need proof of English, and you need police clearance. These four things you need in order for you to apply for a visa. So definitely you need documentation first before you get a visa. So in terms of driving, I would say I would go for international driving license. Basically, I think it's better than just getting a driver's license. So I can see a question from Jennifer that says, can you refer someone to them? Who is them? Please confirm. I think these are all the questions, really, unless someone else has more questions that they would like to ask. I think, Jennifer, I just need you to confirm what you mean by, can I refer someone to them? Who is them? If you can answer that, and then I'll be able to answer you accordingly. Okay, I think if Jennifer, oh, okay, oh, the care homes. The only thing that I can do is I have a few employers that I'm in touch with that are preparing their documentation. If well, all I can do is let you know. All I can do is let you know who's hiring, and you'd probably need to go yourself. And then that way it gives a fair chance to everybody. So lifestyle with Oi. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I've not answered your question. Let me just go scroll through my phone quickly. Sorry about that. I'll look through your question. I can't see it. Are you able to copy and paste it again? I really, really can't see it. Okay, I'm looking at something that Tafaz was put through, but for Zimbabweans, you just need an ordinary driver's license. That's perfectly fine. Please, lifestyle, please do type your question again. I'm sorry, I've not seen it. I've gone through all the questions and I can't see it. Is there anything else anybody would like to know? So just for myself, what I need to do, just put those certificates, I'll put them in the description box, certificates that you need, that you can do at home. So these certificates, when you go through them, it's training certificates. When you go through the training, you're going to learn so much about what it means to be a carer, how to care for people. What does the UK expect of you as a carer? What can you do and what can you not do? And I think being a carer, just knowing your boundaries is it's something that you need to know, because if you don't know your boundaries, you're going to do something wrong and it's going to affect your working life in the health industry, basically, because you're looking after vulnerable people. There are laws in place, things like not sharing data, things like there are procedures for literally everything. So going through these trainings is really going to help you know what to do and what not to do. So Vivian saying that would be great if you can supply the contacts of employers. So I have been sharing this information. If you go through my videos, you should be able to see employers. And as and when I get them, I do post. So Nike is saying, can you connect me to a care home that is giving visa sponsorship? I'm in Nigeria. So I did a video on Monday. I would encourage you to try that one. Hello, it's Chinekali Mutale from Zambia. I want to take an online healthcare assessment course. Could you please shed more light? Yes, yes, yes. I will shed more light on that. It's just what I was talking about. I think it's more beneficial for you to just have something with UK on it. So having, I will put links for you. So Florence, there's a website called Florence. You can do a course on there. You can also do a course with, oh, the name has just disappeared. Alison, you can do a course with Alison. Alison one, it's paid, I think. It's around £30. There's also another one which costs around £20, which I'll share in the description box for you. So do make sure you check after the video. Do make sure you check for those. I'll share those with you. It's basically a course that you do online, and then you get issued a certificate, and you can share that certificate. Thank you, Bassi. And you can share that certificate with the employer, and you can put it on your CV. It's going to make you stand out. Oh, I can see a lovely message from Bassi. Yay! Thank you, thank you. She's appreciating my efforts. Your reward is on the way for sure. Bassi, I'm gonna hold you to that. When you come to the UK, you owe me a drink. We'll go for a coffee, and you're paying. And you're paying. But I guess for me, I enjoy helping people, and I guess that's my reward. So even if no one says thank you, or you know, no one appreciates or gets me a coffee or a drink, I don't mind. I'm quite happy seeing people making a difference in other people's life. So I'm really, really happy. Yes, I don't know. Do you want to use me this time? Maybe I'll just do 5 more minutes to answer questions. Those that are joining this call, this video was mainly just to let people know that do not worry about the visa being suspended. The only thing that's been suspended is the fast track option. So there's no cause of concern whatsoever. Lifestyle, I can see your can see your comment. I do love Starbucks. It's my favorite. Please do come to the UK, guys. Do come to the UK, and I'd love one day if we can all go out for a coffee and just think about where the journey started. Share it all, share it all. I just can't wait, to be honest. I really, really can't wait. Oh, I think I'm gonna get coffees from a lot of people. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm really, really, really excited. And I think it makes it so much easier when you've got people appreciating you the way you do, guys. It's really, really amazing. And I just can't wait for you all to come. I honestly feel like I've got a new family. I'm always on the search, looking for the latest so I can share with you so you can have it before other people know about it. And yeah, that's just me. It really, really does make me happy, especially when I get messages that I've been through my interview, I watched your video, and or I applied for the job that you suggested in your video. I've been invited for an interview. That just makes me so, so happy. It really, really does. But sometimes I do feel overwhelmed with all the messages. And that's why I'm doing this platform, because I want to just answer questions for everyone, really, because you might be asking me that question, but other people might need to know about it as well. I guess the other thing to mention is I've got a solicitor coming next week on Thursday at 6 p.m. So if you have any questions that are immigration related, visa related, do let me know, and then I'm going to send all the information to him so he can just answer all the questions that I can't answer and you can't answer, and he will just shed more light on that. So I guess it's been really, really nice. Thank you for joining me. It's really, 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 really nice. Thank you so much. And I think I'm going to call it a night now, unless anyone has any more questions. I can see Bassi saying, you know what, two care homes are already waiting for me to get to book my IELTS and then contact them. Yay! This is the kind of news that I want to hear, and it really, really does excite me. Please, why have you not booked your IELTS? Book your IELTS, and I would love for you to come on here so we can share with everybody how your interview went, what sort of questions you had, and that will inspire other people. That will help other people to get the questions right. Nike said, I've applied all the responses is, do you have the right to work in the UK? Are you eligible to work in the UK? Do you have a valid UK driving license? Oh, right, Nike. One thing that you need to know is when you apply for jobs, you need to check if the company has a sponsor license. So if a company is asking you, do you have a right to work? They're basically saying, we can't issue you with the right to work. You need to have one. So that's not a good company. That's not a good company to go for. I'll see if I can show you now. I'll see if I can. So you need to look for employers with sponsor license. That's what you need to apply for. If you find any employers, do check that list first to make sure that that employer is registered to sponsor people, because not everybody can do that. So here's the list of all the employers. I'll share this on the description box. I'll share it with you. So do make sure that the employer, I'll just do view online, and then you can check if the employer has a sponsor license. So all of this could actually be another way for you to go through, just search for 3-star healthcare assistant, go on their website. Are they looking for carers? If they are, email them your CV, just let them know that I've noticed that you've got a sponsor license, you're looking for a carer. I'm hardworking, I'm caring, and I'm passionate about looking after people. Here's my CV. Whether they're looking for people or they're not looking for people, this is just a great way to increase your chances. So definitely do that. It is hard work. It's not easy. It's not straightforward, but there's a massive list. So what I've just done here is just search for anything that has care in it. It might be that you go on their website and you actually find that they are looking for carers, even though it doesn't say carers outside the UK, the fact that they have got sponsor license, they will actually consider you. That's something that I've shared in my videos. I guess you've got a lot to watch, Nike. You've got a lot to catch up on. I'm really, really interested to see how your journey goes. So do keep me posted, and if you do follow this, do let me know how that goes for you. But this is by far the best way you can look for jobs. Yes, I think we'll call it today. Hi, Hazel. Thank you for joining us. You're a bit late, though. You're a bit late, but thank you for coming. I was just doing a live to just let people know not to panic. Not to panic. The UK are prioritizing Ukraine families, and they're not taking any fast track visas. That was the whole purpose of this video. And then I started to take questions from people. Bassi saying, is the international passport the only requirement for booking IELTS? The agents in my locality said that's the only requirement, that they don't accept national ID card. I don't, let me think, I've done this before. Yes, I think they do need your passport, because they're going to ask for your passport number. Yeah, they definitely need a passport. Yes, Hazel, it's being recorded, and I think I've just shared with you what the video was about. If you have any questions before we call this a day, I'm taking questions from people. So when this video concludes, okay, so you're waiting for your passport to be ready. That's absolutely fine. Hopefully you'll get it soon. Since you've got 2 employers waiting for you, that's just wonderful. I guess if you don't have a driver's license, the jobs to go for, if you don't have a driver's license, the jobs to go for are living jobs. The ones that need driver's license are domiciliary care. So domiciliary care is when you move from one house, you basically go to one house and look after someone. It might be that they need help getting up, or they need help with dressing, washing. So those are the kind of jobs. You might move from one house and then you go to the other house and you go and see someone who needs help to take their medication. Hi, Janelle, or is it Ryan? Lovely to have you. Thank you for joining. So domiciliary care jobs, if you're not a driver, those are the jobs to go for. And care homes and hospitals, there's really no requirement for you to drive. Usually with care homes, if they're having day trips, they hire a bus or they hire a minibus. All the clients and the employees jump on the bus and they have a day out. So usually you're not required to move from one house to another. So that's one thing to look out for. If you're looking for work and you don't drive, I would say live-in would be good. And I would say just stay away from domiciliary care. If you don't drive, you increase your chances then with domiciliary care, because there's a lot of movement. You're not in one place. You need a driver's license. Ryan, you're saying oh, you're Zion from Facebook. All right, okay. I think I remember you. I'll be honest. I read every single day when I wake up. I read about maybe about 20 or 30 messages, and I probably have 50 when I wake up. So it's, yeah, sometimes I don't remember people's names, and sometimes I even get confused. Who was I replying? Who said what? So yeah, but I'll try and remember your name, and I'll look out for you on Facebook. Hi, Pauline. Thank you for joining us. Lovely to have you. You got here as we were closing. We're just wrapping up, really. We're just wrapping up. I was taking questions from people, and I've answered quite a few. I don't know if you have any questions yourself that I can answer. The only thing that I've mentioned to everybody are my next live is going to be on Thursday, and I'm going to have a solicitor, an immigration solicitor with us. It's going to be on Thursday, 6 p.m. UK time. So it will be lovely if you can join us then. So if I don't come and do a live, I might do a live if I've got a job. I have some jobs that I'm just waiting on confirmation. When they're confirmed, you'll see me coming and doing a live because I prefer it that way, to just get the information to you as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. So that's the plan. The next one will be next week, on Thursday, unless something fascinating happens. I guess that's it, everyone. Have a good night, wherever you are. And I appreciate you coming along. Goodbye. All right, then. I'll just